Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase star Darragh Ennis has shared a baffling quiz full of questions about video games, and even seasoned gamers are struggling to answer the questions correctly. How good is your video game knowledge? It'll need to be top-notch and span several decades of gaming in order to beat this fiendishly difficult quiz set by the Chase star Darragh Ennis. Darragh is mostly known for appearing on the ITV quiz show as one of the chasers, known as the Menace. But when he's not trying to thwart contestants and stop them from winning their prize money, he often shares his own quizzes on social media. These tricky brain teasers often have a theme, and his most recent offering is all about the world of gaming. Perfect if you want to get some practice in before a pub quiz. The quiz has 10 questions and spans multiple decades of gaming, so you won't be able to scrape by with just knowledge of modern gaming or games you played 30 years ago. According to Darragh, most people won't be able to get all 10, even if you're a seasoned gamer with heaps of experience. In fact, there's even a question that could get you negative points if you get it wrong. So, if you're up for the challenge, check out the questions below. Questions. Darragh shows a picture of a popular video game character and asks, what is this character's name? Which video game franchise featured the location of Raccoon City? Guybrush Threepwood and the evil undead pirate LeChuck are characters in which series? Darragh shows a picture of a classic video game and asks, this is a screenshot from which game? The Russian folk song Korobeniki was used as the music for what game? In which 2019 game do you accomplish the first task of getting into a garden by stealing a radio to distract a gardener? In Street Fighter II, which of the characters is from Brazil? What is the unit of currency in the Sims and SimCity Dame series? The fictional creatures known as chocobos are a form of transport in which game series? Which game's sequel had players guiding a team called Brutal Deluxe to victory? Do you think you have all the answers? Don't forget to check out the TikTok video below to see the pictures referenced in questions 1 and 4, as he won't be able to answer them otherwise. And remember, one of these questions will score you negative points if you get it wrong, so think carefully. Once you think you've got as many as you can, scroll down to find out how well you did. Answers. The minus point question was actually the first one, and Darragh declared that you should deduct 5 points from your total if you said the character was called Zelda. Article continues below. Commenters on the video confessed they'd done relatively well, but had struggled on a couple of the questions, which had prevented them from getting a perfect score. One person said, 9-10. I've been gaming since 1982-83, so have a pretty solid bank of knowledge behind me. Never played Speedball 2, though. Another added, 8-10. I was never a Street Fighter fan and never heard of Speedball 2. Fun quiz. Happy for Monkey Island to get a mention, one of my favorite series of games in the genre. When it comes to testing knowledge, The Chase is already one of the toughest battlegrounds on television. But this week, fans of the ITV quiz show found themselves scratching their heads for an entirely different reason. Chaser Darragh Ennis, better known as the Menace, swapped general knowledge for gaming trivia, and the results were nothing short of chaos. It all started when Darragh decided to surprise his online followers with a late-night challenge. Posting on his social media, he teased, "Thought you all knew your stuff? Let's see if you can beat the Menace at video game trivia. No Googling allowed." Within minutes, the quiz went viral. Thousands of fans, from casual players to lifelong gaming fanatics, joined in. The quiz seemed harmless at first. What year was the original PlayStation released in Europe? Simple enough. Most fans confidently typed 1995. But then Darragh turned up the heat. He asked, which legendary video game character was originally called Jumpman before being renamed? Of course, some die-hard Nintendo enthusiasts answered correctly with Mario. Yet it was only a warm-up. The true Menace appeared in the form of mind-bendingly obscure questions. In the game The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, how many cuckoos must you return in Kakariko Village? Which video game, released in 1982, was so notoriously bad it caused the infamous video game crash? In Metal Gear Solid 2, which character breaks the fourth wall and tells the player to turn off their console? Fans flooded the comment section with guesses, memes, and frantic pleas for mercy. One viewer wrote, "Darragh, this isn't a quiz, it's psychological warfare." Another admitted, "I thought I was a gamer until the Menace humbled me." Even professional streamers chimed in. A popular Twitch gamer attempted the quiz live on air only to be stumped halfway through. "This man is evil," she laughed. "He's basically the Dark Souls of quizmasters." The most shocking twist? Darragh revealed that even his fellow chasers struggled with his gaming gauntlet. He cheekily shared a screenshot of a group chat where Ann Hegarty had responded to one question with, "Absolutely no clue. I don't do elves or hedgehogs." Paul Sinha, meanwhile, jokingly threatened to rage quit. Bradley Walsh, who couldn't resist weighing in, had fans in stitches with his reaction. In a video reply, he squinted at one particularly baffling question before declaring, "I don't even know what a Final Fantasy is. Is it like a dream you never wake up from?" What made the quiz so entertaining was not just the difficulty, but Darragh's playful commentary. After posting a particularly cryptic question about a hidden cheat code in the game Contra, he quipped, "If you know this, you've definitely blown the dust out of a cartridge in your lifetime." By the end of the night, fans were begging for answers. Darragh finally released the full solution list the next morning, and the results were telling. Out of thousands who participated, fewer than 3% had managed to score more than half the points. One fan summed it up perfectly. "Beating the Beast or the Governor on the chase might be tough, but surviving Darragh's gamer quiz is on another level." Now the question everyone's asking is whether Darragh will make his gaming quiz a regular feature. Rumors are already swirling that ITV producers are considering a spin-off, the Chase Gamer Edition, with contestants facing not just general knowledge, but pixel-powered trivia. For now, fans can only hope for round 2. Until then, one thing's certain, when the Menace mixes gaming with quizzing, even the brightest sparks find themselves pressing continue.